evening, and thank you for joining us for tonight's magical fundraising event, the CHaD Storybook Tablescape Tour, presented by SLC Group Holdings. I'm Erin Phalo of WMUR News 9 Daybreak and New Hampshire Chronicle, and it's my great pleasure to be your MC for tonight's virtual program. We hope you've had a wonderful time touring all the incredibly decorated tables. The Halloween and autumn storybook-inspired tablescapes were designed by a number of wonderful volunteers who donated their creative talents in support of CHaD, the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock. If you haven't yet, make sure to visit ChadStorybookBall.org to click the link to vote for your favorite table design. This evening is dedicated to celebrating the joy of childhood while we raise funds to support the kids and the families at CHaD and take some time to highlight the great work being done by the providers, nurses, and staff at CHaD all throughout the state. From the routine to the remarkable, CHaD cares for all children in our community through pediatric wellness and specialty care. CHaD is committed to ensuring that every child in New Hampshire and Vermont is healthy and safe. We are so fortunate that Dartmouth-Hitchcock Health is committed to making sure every child in the state has access to exceptional care through its children's hospital. But to do this, CHaD needs our help. Fundraisers like this one help raise money for specific areas and programs at CHaD that simply would not be possible without your support. As we go through tonight, please know that each and every dollar you spend will make a difference in the life of a sick or injured child, and it might even help to prevent a child that you know from getting sick or injured. So let's be very generous. As you have seen during your magical tour, we have an online auction running throughout the night. And if you have not yet checked out all the great items, please visit chadstorybook.afrogs.org, where you can bid on great packages that include several trips and getaways, craft food and beverage packages, spa services, and a once-in-a-lifetime experience with New Hampshire's own Adam Sandler. So make sure that you check that out. To get started, we have a few special guests that I would like to welcome. So please get comfy, grab some Halloween treats, and enjoy the program.
Hi everyone, my name is Josh Wright, and I'm the chair of the Storybook Ball Committee. Thank you all for joining us this year at our CHaD Storybook Tablescape Tour that we brought to you today. Every year, we have a lot of people to thank that make this event happen. First of all, I want to thank our table designers who continually step up and make our venues the most spectacular and wonderful and magical places that you can imagine. Secondly, I need to thank our sponsors, without whom none of this would be possible. And finally, I want to make sure I thank our Storybook Committee and the people from CHaD Community Relations, who work tirelessly year-round to make events like this happen. I am also a CHaD dad, and I have first-hand experience with what philanthropy and donating to CHaD means to the kids who need services there. So please take a moment and go to chadstorybookball.org, where you can bid on some of the auction items and donate. Thank you again for joining us today.
I am Dr. Keith Dowd, the Chair of Pediatrics and Physician-in-Chief here at the Children's Hospital at Dartmouth-Hitchcock, or CHaD. Welcome to our 2021 Storybook event that you're participating in virtually. I'm joining you tonight by our Safari Room, which is our treatment room and the CHaD Pediatric Clinics at Dartmouth-Hitchcock Medical Center in Lebanon. This is one example of the many that philanthropy helps us provide a more child-friendly, patient-centric care experience. Their medical needs, their nursing needs, and we get reimbursement from insurance companies to cover some of that. But the additional equipment and supplies that children need add an additional expense. And of course, everything that goes into the wraparound care for children is what helps make it a full experience. That's where you come in. The philanthropy allows us to have social work services here in the clinics as well as the inpatient units. Certainly has helped us renovate the inpatient units with a new therapeutic play space within the past 5 years. Will help us expand and enhance our services in our clinic in Manchester at Dartmouth Hitchcock on Hitchcock Way. And you'll learn very shortly about the key services that Child Life Services bring to the child and family. So all of this is really what tonight's event is all about. We hope you will continue your generosity and continue to help those greater than 90,000 kids in New Hampshire and Vermont who seek our services, and those CHaD kids all over the world who benefit from our education, research, and advocacy. Thanks and have a great night.
Thank you to all of our great speakers. It is wonderful to see our community come together in support of CHaD. And we want to take a moment to recognize a number of sponsors who made today's fundraising event possible. Thank you to presenting sponsor SLC Group Holdings, online program sponsor Logan Communications, and many others, including WMUR, Altos, AmeriHealth Caritas, Bank of America, Catholic Medical Center, LaValle Brensinger Architects, Lamont Hanley and Associates, Market Reach, Montang Powers, New Hampshire Healthy Families, Northeast Delta Dental, Oliver Mechanical, Service Credit Union, Stewart Property Management, the River Independent Radio, Wells Fargo, and many more. With your support, children and families in our community are able to be cared for by New Hampshire's best pediatric team. And tonight, we would like to introduce you to the Child Life Program, which is one of the many programs at CHaD that rely heavily on philanthropic and community support. Child life specialists are a critical part of the wraparound services that are so vital to creating an environment that young and adolescent patients can thrive in. So let's take a glimpse at these magic makers at CHaD.
Welcome back, Billy.
Hi, Nana.
How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. Tell me what's
The Child Life Program and Child Life Specialists help children and families cope with being in the hospital and cope with medical experiences. We help to reduce anxiety and reduce fear that they have related to an illness or a hospital visit.
We provide developmental support, we provide play opportunities, we do education, we build coping strategies so that children can be successful when they're in the medical environment.
This is to keep oxygen from getting in from the bag.
We're inviting them to play and explore and learn in a way that is developmentally appropriate. We're able to create a space here that feels safe and feels normal for kids.
For school-age children and preschoolers, we do a lot of medical play. So for IVs, I put a lot of IVs through a stuffed animal, and it allows children to gain that mastery and control and to know what's going to happen so that they get to place that IV on the stuffed animal.
Yeah, we joke that our Fisher-Price doctor kit's pretty important here at CHaD.
Which end connects to our IV?
The end that connects to our IV is...
So Billy's been seen by CHaD's pediatric gastroenterology team for the past year. Over several months, he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, which is a lifelong disease related to his entire gastro system.
I was nervous because you don't know what to expect sometimes, but with Hannah, I did, so I wasn't that nervous.
She came in very early in the process and really just gave Billy a comfort from like another mom almost. I could only say so much to give him the comfort that he needed.
It makes it easier because I know someone who knows practically everything about infusions and Crohn's.
She's been instrumental, and the program's been instrumental in helping both of us actually through the process.
When a child comes in and they're really nervous or scared for the next steps, but then you see them get through a procedure and they succeed through that procedure, I think that's probably my favorite part.
I'm also surprised every single day by how much kids can handle and how successful they can be. And to watch them leave the building really proud of themselves and really confident is magical every time you see it. We use a lot of resources in Child Life. our ability to make sure that every child has the opportunity to play when they walk through our doors, that every child has the opportunity to have good coping resources, is only possible because of the support that we are given from our communities.
I would highly encourage donating to a program like Child Life because it really helped Billy, it helped me as a mom, it's helped our family get through the details and the process. I mean, it has been a year-long process, and to feel this good at this point because of Child Life is instrumental. It's been great.
Wow, as a mom, I can only imagine how incredibly helpful it is to have a child life specialist be a part of your child's care team and really bringing the fun to any medically challenging situation that supports both patients and parents. If you're interested in making a donation to support critical programs like Child Life at CHaD, visit ChadStorybookball.org and click on the donate button. And remember that the auction is still open for your bids at chadstorybook.afrogs.org. This concludes our online program. We hope you enjoyed your time at the CHaD Tablescape tour. Weren't they great? And our online program as well. We send our sincere appreciation to all of you, our guests, sponsors, designers, volunteers, and we want to wish you a healthy and happy Halloween and holiday season.